You ever get so exhausted by carrying the mental load for someone that you stop trying, not because you don't care, but because you can feel yourself turning into their unpaid manager? Tonight's story is about chronic lateness, influencer habits, and a husband who decided to stop rescuing his wife on her birthday, then wondered if he crossed a line. So here's what happened. This guy is 31. His wife is 32. They've been together 5 years. And he says he's fed up with one thing that's been grinding him down for ages. She is late to everything. Not 5 minutes late. Not traffic late. Chronic, predictable, life-disrupting late. The kind of late that makes you feel embarrassed walking into events after they've started. The kind that makes you feel like your time doesn't matter. To her, it's not a big deal because he always fixes it. For a long time, he's been doing this thing where he tells her the event starts 45 minutes earlier than it actually does. And apparently it worked, because she never noticed she'd still be rushing around, taking photos, getting dressed, doing her thing, and they'd arrive on time. But here's the twist. The reason she's late isn't random. She's trying to become a content creator. She has a decent Instagram following, wants to grow it, and she turns every outing into a photo session. Setting up lights, posing, filming, decorating spaces, outfit changes, all of it. And he's hit his limit. He finds it exhausting, and he's also kind of resentful because it feels like every moment is being staged for the internet. He's even stopped taking her photos altogether because he's tired of being an on-demand photographer while also being the timekeeper. They've talked about it multiple times. He's told her it's mentally draining to always be responsible for getting them out the door, but she doesn't really change anything. So he decides he wants her to experience consequences. A week before her birthday, he tells her he's not doing the buffer anymore. No more lying about start times. He expects her to be responsible like an adult. Then her birthday weekend arrives. He gets her tickets to an event with multiple performers, including her favorite artists in the first act. The whole point for her is seeing those favorites. This time, he tells her the real start time, and she does exactly what she always does. Influencer routine, decorating the room, studio lights, outfit, photos, more setup, and he's watching the clock, knowing they're about to miss the first act. And he says he doesn't remind her. Not because he didn't notice, not because it slipped his mind. Because he wanted her to learn. They arrive late. She realizes they missed her favorite artists, and she breaks down crying, furious, devastated, asking how he could do that to her on her birthday. She accuses him of enjoying the reaction, of letting his ego win, of punishing her. He tells her it's her fault. He warned her. He followed through. She should have taken him seriously. And the rest of the night is awkward. She's upset off and on throughout the event. On the ride home, tension is thick. Then comes the bedroom part. He goes to the restroom, and while he's gone, she texts him that he's not welcome in the bedroom that night. He ignores it, goes in anyway while she's changing, and tells her it's his room too. If she's uncomfortable, she can take the couch. She ends up leaving to her mum's. And now he's asking if he was the arsehole. Here's the thing. There are two separate issues here. One, her chronic lateness and the content creator routine hijacking real life. That's a real problem. It's valid to be frustrated. It's valid to be done carrying the schedule for both of them. And it's valid to set boundaries like, I'm not going to manage your time for you anymore. But two, choosing her birthday event and the first act featuring her favorite artists as the moment to teach the lesson, that's where it starts to look less like boundaries and more like a setup. Because if your goal is solving the lateness issue, there are consequences that don't involve sabotaging a gift you chose for her. You could leave without her when you've agreed on a departure time. You could drive separately. You could say, I'm leaving at 6:30. I hope you're coming. You could even let her miss something, but not the centerpiece of her birthday present. And then there's the bedroom conflict. Even if he's right that it's his room too, walking in when she's changing after a huge fight is escalating. If someone says they want space for the night, you don't have to accept being banished, but you can also de-escalate by sleeping on the couch yourself, or using another room, or at least not making it a power move in that moment. If you're uncomfortable, you take the couch, doesn't solve anything, it turns the whole night into a contest. So what's the verdict? It's understandable that he's exhausted. It's understandable he wants the mental load off his shoulders. But the way he did it, especially on her birthday, with a gift that required punctuality, comes across as punitive. Like he wanted her to feel it. And that's why she's reacting so strongly. This didn't feel like I'm no longer managing your time. It felt like I waited for the perfect moment to let you fall. So here's the question I want to leave you with tonight. If you were him, would you apologize for the timing and the delivery while still holding the boundary that you're done being the human alarm clock? Or would you double down and say this is the only way she'll ever change?